Welcome back to ACP News, coming from period 5.
Breaking news.
Let's go to Natalie in the field.
Java here just got into an accident. Java, what caused your accident?
I don't know.
Java, my sources are telling me that you were texting. Is this true?
Yeah.
I don't know, Java. Do you know how texting affects your reaction time?
Yes, actually.
These are Java's scores from an experiment in his physics class to see how texting affects his reaction time. He was 0.75 seconds slower and missed 29% more gates.
Not so hot, Java. Not so hot.
Well, reaction time refers to the time it takes for you to react, plus the time it takes for you to complete the action. While driving, distractions that affect your reaction time are conversation, eating, texting, etc.
Other factors that age and experience driving, gender, and influence of drugs and alcohol.
Did you hear that, John?
Yeah.
Let me ask you, John, what is your usual following distance? Did you know this affects how safe you're driving?
My motto is to have at least one car length between me and the other car for every 10 miles per hour I am going.
That's very safe, Java. What is the importance of a safe following distance?
It leaves room for error in case me or the other car comes to an abrupt stop or slows down.
What about your braking distance?
It's good.
Your braking distance is the distance a car travels as the brakes are applied until it stops. The speed of a car and the acceleration of the car is what the braking distance depends on. Back to the desk.
The stopping distance is the total distance a car travels from the moment you see a reason to stop to the point the car comes to rest.
The total stopping distance is a reaction distance plus braking distance.
Javier got in his accident while texting and not being ready to hit his brakes when the other car came through. This took away from his reaction time. Don't text and drive. This graph demonstrates total stopping distance, which is your thinking or reaction distance plus braking distance. As your speed increases, so does your total stopping distance. Wow, stop right there. Hang on a second. I'm getting news of an accident at an intersection in Pearl River.
So, John, what caused your accident?
Personally, I don't think I'm at fault. This is an unsafe intersection. Also, the time of the yellow light went by much too quick. So I went through the light and got into an accident.
That's not safe.
Lydia, John could be telling the truth. How safe an intersection is dependent on width of the intersection, reaction time of the driver, time of the yellow light, braking acceleration, and speed of the car.
You're absolutely right, Carly. Every safe intersection has an overlapping go zone and stop zone. It should be noted that the car stuck in the go zone must proceed and the cars in the stop zone must stop.
Also, the go zone has to be at least 5 meters greater than the stop zone.
Of course, though, there are risks that affect this, like poor maintenance of brakes, making you react slower to the yellow light.
Here's an example of a safe intersection. The time of the yellow light is more than enough time to respond. Not too slow that you cause traffic, but not too fast that you can't stop. This is a pretty fast reaction time, making it known that this is a safe driver. The speed of the car is safe too, not too slow where you would always be stuck at the red light, but not above legal speed limit. The higher the acceleration, the easier it is to brake. The width of the road is more than enough for one car length. And finally, the go zone is greater than the stop zone with no dilemma zone, an area where it's unsafe to stop and go. News just came in. There was another accident downtown.
I'm not surprised with this terrible rainstorm.
Let's cut to Natalie in the field, who's with Susie.
Hi, everyone. I'm here with Susie, who just drove off the road into the guardrail. Susie, do you have any idea how this happened?
Yeah, it wasn't my fault. The rain on the roads caused my car to lose friction as I was driving around this curve.
So, you're saying that as your car was using centripetal force, it lost the friction, so your car went into the last direction it was pointed, which was towards the guardrail?
Yeah, there was no way for me to stop it.
It seems to me that Susie's accident has a lot to do with Newton's first law.
I agree. This law says that an object which is moving will move in a straight line forever and at a constant speed unless an outside force acts on it. Also, this wasn't in Susie's favor because since it was a smaller turn, you need more friction. Susie lost all of the friction with the road because of the rain.
Although Susie couldn't have done anything about the rain, she could have took precautionary actions.
That's true. Centripetal acceleration depends on two things, velocity and the radius of the curve.
Susie couldn't have changed the radius of the curve, so she had to change something about the velocity. Even though she was going the speed limit, she should have known to slow down on the curve since there was rain.
It is important to do that because the velocity or speed of a car has a greater effect on centripetal acceleration.
Basically, Susie would have lost friction either way, but she could have prevented this accident by driving slower around the curve.
Hear that, Natalie?
Yes, I see now. Make sure you slow down on the curves if you know you will lose friction with the road.